Hey guys, this is just a kind of like an update to the hex on the technical analysis because a couple users had requested more a little bit in-depth technicals on why I'm projecting these and using Elliott waves. And I'm going to go over that and explain that to them because what I think that I presented here, I think that I'm right. I could be wrong, but I think that I'm pretty right. And I'm going to show you guys something here on hex is what hex is doing. I'm going to actually take this. Well, I'll leave all this on. Okay, if you can see, hex actually made a pattern right here. And what it's called is a double three. It's not a double zigzag. So you can see over here, it's a zigzag. So in this scenario with the Wxy move, I made a previous video about this, and you have a Wxy like this, okay? So if you take a look at hex, that's the actual Wxy. I believe that there's Wxys within Wxys. There's some Elliott wave people that say only an ABC can be in a Wxy. I don't believe that. I think the markets are getting way more complicated with computers and bots and things that you're going to find Wxys within Wxy. So I don't buy that. People say that that's wrong. It's not. So I'm going to use an ABC. So you can see over there that hex made like a flat move like this, where it was kind of like a flat, you see? So here's the W, okay? So you see how that's a flat, like a flat structure? It's not really a zigzag, it's more like a flat, like kind of like that. And then it came up a little bit, and now it's coming down in what is a zigzag, okay? So it's like a flat. So you see how that's like here it is again, like this is like a flat, and then this move in the middle, this is a connector, okay? That's connecting the flat to the zigzag. It's the same thing over here. Here's the flat, the X wave is the connector to the zigzag. I hope I'm clear about that. That's what that means. When I say connector, a B wave a B wave can be a connector. So here's a 5 wave and a 5 wave. The B wave is connecting the two 5 waves together. And same thing with these complex Wxy corrections. That's why I tell people that want to learn Elliott waves. If you want to learn Elliott waves, don't pay attention to 5s. Look for 3s because there's a lot more 3s. And when you can find 3s easier, it becomes easier to understand what could be going on. So let me get rid of that. So now we have a flat and a connector. So what hex needs to do is a zigzag. And what that means with this type of correction is that once hex hit this 51 cent area, it came down into a flat, which wasn't really that deep of a correction. So then it made a connector wave. And what the zigzag is doing is sending it deeper to finish it off, okay? So with these moves, the only time you're going to have two of the same is with a double zigzag. So in this scenario, you'd have a double zigzag, which would be like this. It's a very deep correction. And that would be your A, your W, like that. Here's a zigzag like this, guys. And then W connector and another zigzag. So a double zigzag. Hex didn't do that. So it was more or less, if you will, it had a bullish tone to it, if you will, right here, because it didn't really go that deep. It connected it. And now what hex is doing, the asset is doing with the Wxy is it's finishing off the correction with a zigzag or another 3-wave move, okay? I hope that makes sense. It kind of explains it. You do have to go out on your own to study the Wxy waves, and they're very important to learn with Elliott waves because cryptocurrencies are doing Wxy waves. Most people that go in Elliott waves just use the 5-wave and the 3-wave ABC, and you know they're gonna that's all that you have in your arsenal when it comes to Elliott waves, you're gonna get lost. There's just no doubt about it because there's Wxys in there. So that's why I'm saying this B wave, where it goes to, getting targets, it's going to go up, let's say to 8 cents, and this C leg is going to finish it off. And this whole big W right here, and it's connector wave, and it's finishing off the correction. And at that point right there, hex will be finished with this correction. Now, whether it comes down and decides to bounce into another correction, is open for debate. Nobody can predict the future. I can't predict the future, but it would just be if Hex is, say, some people think it's not going to go bullish again, then Hex will just be doing a massive W and then up for an X and swing back down for a Y. Okay. It's if you study them a little bit, put a little bit of time into it, put a few hours, you want to take 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 hours a week just to study them and check them out. You know, at first it's confusing, you don't understand it, but when you start seeing it and studying the charts and you stay diligent with it, you know, over a few weeks, and then you're like, oh, okay, now I see the patterns popping up. You can identify them pretty quick. So that's why I said about Hex. Some people had some questions, a couple people that want to know, Gray, why are you so sure about Hex is doing this move? You know, it doesn't even make any sense. That's why you have to look for 3 waves. And then once you see the 3 waves and you can see, okay, now it makes sense. And you can go study and go, oh yeah, there you go. It's a double 3. This is a double 3, not a double zigzag is what Hex is doing. And right there, 1 cent, in my opinion, with Hex, somewhere in that area, the correction will be over. Whether it's going bullish, it's open for debate. Nobody knows. Or whether it's going to just bounce and go bearish again. Nobody knows. Thanks for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. Peace.